Hello, team, and welcome to year 4 of Creative English. It is an honor to be here. My name is John. I will introduce myself completely later after I introduce some activities. But whoever you may be, it is my honor to be assisting you in your English journey. Today is class 1 of our 2024 edition, and I like to start every single year with the same theme, which is how to introduce yourself. If you are speaking in English and it's not your first language, there is a good chance that you will need to introduce yourself. You might be speaking with a stranger. And I've had many students who have felt a lot of anxiety in this situation. Oh my God, what am I going to say? It's going to be horrible. And that first introduction makes a big difference. And if somebody says, "Oh, how are you?" and it's like, "My name is John," so I don't want to speak English anymore. But if you nail that introduction, you'll feel confident that the rest of the conversation will go well. So take this class seriously, and I'm sure it will help you. So here's our introduction. If you are new to this course, I start every class with this just to get you guys thinking a little bit in English to talk about what we will see. My name's John. People call me John. I like to include some pop culture references. This one is from, pointing the wrong way, to Forrest Gump. My name's Forrest Gump. People call me Forrest Gump. And the themes today will be how to introduce yourself, your interests, and first impressions. So your warm up here, how to be an expert at introducing yourself and why it's important. I will let Mr. Jordan Peterson explain that one himself. And this guy, this mustachioed man, he is going to teach us how to introduce ourselves. I'm actually gonna let him do it for you to see.
So what is ClickUp?
ClickUp introduction.
I will go up to the six-fingered man and say, "Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die."
And then you get your chance to introduce yourself.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
And if you nail it, this will be the result. I am just kidding. That is not the result we are looking for, but there are some important lessons to be learned from Mr. Inigo Montoya's introduction. So, what usually happens when I ask a student to introduce themselves is one of two things. Number one, becomes like an interview. What's your name? My name is John. Where are you from? I'm from New York. What do you do? I'm an English teacher. Or number two, they'll take a big breath. Hi, my name is John. I'm from New York, but I live in Belo Horizonte. I have a daughter. I am married. I like pepperoni pizza, playing Mario Kart, going to the gym. There's a Mickey behind me, and until they run out of breath. We're looking for something right in the middle, something doable, something reusable, and we are going to use Mr. Inigo Montoya's method, which is number one, a polite greeting. Hello, hi, hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Howdy if you're in Texas. My name is John. I'm John. A lot of these courses will tell you, oh, this hello is more formal than hi. Whatever is most comfortable for you, that is the one I want you to use. So, hello, my name is John. A relevant connection. If you're at work, you might say your job. If you are in a small city, like here in Minas Gerais, you might say, "Oh, I'm this person's son." If I'm meeting my wife's family, I might say, "Oh, or one of her friends, oh, hi, I'm John. I'm Patricia's husband." Whatever it is, you'll find a relevant connection to the situation. And number three, why are you there? What are you doing here? If you do these 3 steps, I guarantee you will feel the anxiety going away, and you will do much better in whatever conversation you have. So, I gave you 3 ways to practice. You can introduce yourself to your English class. You can give a formal introduction. It's good if you think of a specific situation. Oh, I am talking to a client from this company. Oh, this is for an interview. This is, I'm meeting my mother-in-law for the first time, whatever you think is most appropriate. And just a fun one, just to get some smile on those faces. Imagine you're representing Earth. Hello, Who are you? And you're introducing yourself to a little green alien. But let me do it, just so that you get an idea of what I'm talking about. Hello, my name is John. I am an English teacher with over a decade of experience helping people reach their English goals, and I'm here to help you now to do the same. And you, who are you? Let me know later. And that's our first activity. Practice this introduction because I guarantee you will have to do it at some point, and it's better to have it practiced before. Our next activity is your interest baseline. The baseline is where you're starting. Why am I saying this? Interests change. Today I might be interested in this, and a year it might be something different. But I want to see where you're starting from because these are the four pillars of your English growth. If I were to start talking about skiing, how many of you ski? I don't know. Maybe you're a great skier. I'm sorry. It was a bad example. But, here in Brazil, we don't ski much. So most of my people here will just, start playing around on their phone. They'll stop listening to the class. So what do you like? That will keep you interested. If it puts a smile on your face in your language, it will put a smile on your face in English. So there's no reason for us to study things you don't like. What are things that you like? I like Mario Kart. I like going to the gym. I like dogs. All of this stuff. Number two, what do you know well? Sometimes this will overlap with number one, but might be your job, might be your hobby, your routine, your family, your dog's routine if you have one. But what are things you know well? If you know them well in your language, they will be easier in English as well. Think of this like your foundation. It's more comfortable for you. So we have what you like to keep you interested, what to keep you comfortable that you can do it. And we have what's new. This one changes every day. What's the last movie you saw? What's the last restaurant you went to? What happened today? Everything that's fresh in your mind will be excellent English practice. And number four, what do you need? Sometimes I'll get a student who's going to do an interview in English. Another one, he meets clients in English. Another one's going to travel. Another one's going to take a test. So whatever it is that you need, that will give you the motivation to take this seriously and see the results that you want. So define what you need to get there, right? So that's our second activity. Well, third activity, if you include the warm-up. And here's your challenge. Challenge is just a nicer name for homework. When I used to give my students homework, nobody would do it. When I challenged them, they would, which is to go out there and introduce yourself to somebody. It can be somebody you know. Hey, mom, let me practice some English with you. Hi, I'm your son. It can be like that. You can grab a friend. It can be a stranger. It would be amazing if there were gringos everywhere. If you live in Rio, there are gringos everywhere. So you can do it with a stranger. But whoever it is, I want you to practice it with a real person. So these are our conversation starters. They're just ways to get you to practice. And let me pick one to answer. You don't need discipline if you make it fun. Do you agree or disagree with this statement? Of course I agree. The one who said it. And I really do believe this is true. And we romanticize discipline, and it's great. It's a great thing to have, especially if you're an adult. Sometimes you need to do stuff that you don't want to, but we can usually make it better. I'll give you an example. My wife and I, we like to prepare lunch for like a month. And we like to prepare lunch for a month. And it can be a lot of work. It's like 3 hours. So we make it fun. We put some music we like. We might drink a beer while we're doing it. But we'll enjoy the process so that it's not like, oh my God, here we go. We have to cook for 3 hours. So same thing with your English. Make it fun for you. If you drink coffee, that's a great trigger. Practice your English together with your coffee. Practice it with a friend. Do things you like. Whatever it is that will put a smile on your face will get you coming back to the English table and practicing until you're at a point where you're comfortable, you're confident, you have that competent, competent English that you desire. All right. And let me see if there's anything else. Bonus round, team. I have a lot of really advanced students who speak English incredibly well. So I always like to share whatever it is that I am seeing. And this podcast from the Huberman Lab podcast with Dr. Robert Lustig was awesome. Also, a little bit scary. A lot of bad stuff in the supermarket. But if you're interested in nutrition and in health and in making good dietary choices, this is a must listen to podcast. And some practice questions if you do listen to it, just to keep you thinking. If last up, a vocab word, I had a lot of students who had doubts about the word baseline. It's like initial point, where you're starting from. All right. Team, thank you very much, and I hope to see you in class.